Hi all, I'm gonna try to blaze through a video. I'm in kind of a weird mood because I've been fighting with Julie, my ex, and just puts you in a weird mood. I have to deal with her today too. Um, it's kind of weird doing these videos sometimes because like the mood you do the video in isn't indicative of the details that you talk about. Like sometimes you'll have a really incredible week and then be in a sad or sore mood when you do the video, or vice versa. Sometimes I'm peppy when I'm talking about sad things, but it's life. Yeah, so I'm finally wearing one of my exotic T-shirts, and I'll try to blaze through the rest of them. Seeing as I'm like trying to move away from boy clothes anyway. So this is from Japan. It's ridiculous. Back to the Honey 3. Um, Honey Fic was the T-shirt company. Got this in Shimokitazawa. Um, the way I think you're supposed to read it is foolish evolution. Wait, no, wait. Degeneration or foolish evolution. And then, it's just ridiculous. Extreme Japanese ridiculousness. Um, Therefore, yeah. Um, let's see. I want to clear up a couple things from last time. I was saying my extended family in California wasn't asking questions. I think they were just trying to be polite. I don't think they weren't interested. I mean, I know they were interested. I'm wearing this hat because people think I have perfect hair, but I'm having a terrible hair day. I've like slept on the bus hair. And then my mom's family in Texas. I mean, I think they only weren't talking about me just so they wouldn't upset my grandmother, and it's understandable. And I wasn't asking them to refer to me in any particular way. I just wanted to avoid the unnecessarily, overly masculine pet names. All right. So it's kind of poor resolution when I do it on the computer and on the camera, but I've had 5 sessions of laser. I don't think I did a video representing how the fourth shed, but it was. I have photos. I might have done a video. I don't recall. But this is after the fifth has shed, and the areas here are not that much smaller. But that on that last pass, the overall the sparse, it was already pretty sparse, but the overall density density reduced, and then the patches that are left are pretty sparse. Um, there was a lot more under. I mean, there were a couple dark patches underneath that are pretty much gone now. So pretty sweet. I've prepaid for one more, and then I feel like it's like the highest setting of the laser, and I should do electrolysis to clean it up after that. Um, One thing I've never mentioned to y'all is so one of my paranoias about transitioning that I could never find much research on was skin cancer, because I was like, well, duh, your skin changes so much. There's got to be something weird with that. And um, I don't know. I think right after Europe, I got a little like fluid underneath my like it was like a zit that you messed with too long, and it was like a big patch underneath. You couldn't really see it, and then it shrunk and shrunk and shrunk until it was like this little dot. But then the little dot never went away, and I'm like, don't want skin cancer, but we'll see how that develops. Talk to my doc. Haven't seen her in months. I think I'll talk to her about starting progesterone. Just want to see. Um, just want to see what it'll do. Um, what should I talk about? So much to talk about. I'm not gonna get to nearly all of it. I'll just like blaze and do half of this. Um, I definitely have crossed the chest is going really well. I don't know if I can show. I mean, I'm definitely like A cup territory, if not like starting to push forward from that. And I've become uncomfortable being without a top in public. I mean, even walking around the apartment. So that's pretty sweet. It's very sweet. Um, I think I haven't. I keep thinking my face changes, but now I'm seeing it with this. I have because I have terrible hair today. I'm wearing the hat, and because I'm seeing like my face more defined, I think it's looking even more um, changed than I had thought. so that's cool. Um, hmm. It's not in my notes, but I've been working on my voice on and off. It's 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 not that hard for me to do. I just haven't. I just hard to stay when you're not presenting. It's hard to stay in the habit, you know. But I think it'll work out really well. It doesn't feel forced, and I think I can go a lot farther with it. Yeah. I think I haven't mentioned this in any of my videos, but my tastes have changed on some things. Um, is there a cat in here or what? My tastes have changed on some things. I used to have a really hard time drinking beer. I don't think I mentioned this in videos. And it like it would sit real heavy in my stomach, and I had a hard time. I didn't really enjoy wine, and that's both different. Like I'm not like into either of them. I used to work in whiskey, and so I like spirits, um, but I can enjoy a beer, and I can enjoy a glass of wine, and or a couple, and that's fun. I mean, I felt abnormal before. Not exactly sure what was behind that. Um, hmm. My oh no, and also chocolate. So there's one taste change that is kind of stereotypical, and that is chocolate. It's it's like how they say it. If I'm freaking out, it calms me down. And it's like a drug. Chocolate's a drug. Now I understand. Um, since I'm looking at my face, I got my eyebrows done. Um, they're not like so extremely femmy or anything. Um, a client of mine runs I mean runs not runs but works at the Brow Bar at a fancy salon in Midtown, and graciously did my eyebrows and wants me to come back and do it some more. Um, I would be glad to push past this level and do them more femmy, but it's cool for now. Um, my hands are taking a beating from the winter. You can't see. My skin is way more sensitive to the cold than it was previously, and I'm not used to taking care of my skin and moisturizing and stuff. So I'm forcing myself to get into the habit of that. Um, my breasts and nipples have been really like itchy, but not itchy on top, itchy underneath. So I feel like that's a good sign for growth. Like they need to be massaged or something. And luckily, I've got someone to massage them, aside from me. And let's see. I feel like I've been trying to exercise a little bit more, but I did get some a little bit of holiday fat, and I think it's of a different nature than fat I've had before, and that it might be kind of harder to get rid of. But that's the way a cookie crumbles, right? I've had a lot of people call me, assume I'm a girl. I've had a lot of people call me Miss and Ma'am if they see me from behind or in bad weather or low light or from far away, and then they'll see my face and be like, "Oh, sorry, sir," and I'm like, "You got it right the first time," and that happened in all over. That happened in San Francisco. And I was with a guy and a girlfriend, and like some sort of homeless looking guy was like, "It's two fine girls you got there," and I'm like, and and it happened in D.C. A while back. The waitress, I might have said this. The waitress came up behind us, and she's like, "How are my girls doing tonight?" And then she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I'm like, "Don't be sorry, please." and and somebody honked at me with some people, and then saw my face and sort of unhonked at me. And a cab driver recently was in the snowstorm, but cab driver. You know, as I was taking my bags to the trunk, he said, "Hello, miss," and then I was like, "Oh, I'm about to burst your bubble," sort of. But that's good. I mean, it's better than what was going on before. It is the beginning of what they call boy fail. The other girls call boy fail. So hopefully that'll continue. The thing is, it's my face, right? It's the thing that gets in the. I mean, it's the thing that breaks the belief. I was gonna say illusion, but it's not an illusion. Breaks the belief. So I've got enough of the body now. I've got curves. I've got and it's just I have some glimmer of hope that my face. I mean, I see a woman in the mirror a lot, now, but it's my face. I have some glimmer of hope that I might not need surgery, but in the end, I think I will. I don't want to cut up my face. I don't want to cut up any part of my body, but I also don't want to be uncomfortable in my day-to-day life anymore. So, um, at one of my New Year's Eve parties. Oh, let me finish this off on New Year's Eve. There's so much more to say, but I'll just like coast through New Year's Eve and then I'll do another video. So, one of my New Year's Eve parties, the bar was far from me, and I was on stage in a gown. And when I went to the bartender after the party was over to get a drink, he said he didn't know who I was, and I was like, "Been DJing for the last 3 hours," and he was like, "Oh, I thought a girl was DJing," and I was like, "You were right, motherfucker." But there you go. And then I did a second party. Was more like I mean, it was open. It was a pay party, but it was friends and family, and it was really really fun and really cool. Except I got creeped on for the first time in earnest, and by more than one person. There was one point where I was talking to a friend, and somebody's hand was brushing past my butt, kind of like I was still in the gown, brushing past my butt for like an uncomfortably long time, and I was like, surely that's one of my friends. And I turned around, and there was this dude looking the other, so creepy, looking the other way. And then I turned around, and he didn't glance at me at all. He just started walking off in the direction he was looking, and it was so creepy. And I thought this stuff would roll off my back. I mean, I've never been ignorant of this, and I always had profound sympathy for um, the people who have to suffer this kind of thing. But it's different. It's different to experience it, and it did not roll off my back like I thought it would. And it wasn't just that. There was someone in the community that I sort of know, who I don't even think knows I'm transitioning, but since I was dressed, Femi was like all touchy, and I was like, I appreciate our acquaintance, but and let's keep talking, but don't touch me there. And he just didn't get the message. Instead of touching me here, he was like touching my belly and things, and I was like, you gotta fucking stop touching me, all right? And then there was like people leering at me. I mean, not just staring because I'm hot, and not just like staring because I'm an oddity, but like, like leering at me like creepy. And yeah, it really affected me. But then again, at that party, somebody I knew, who who um who saw me, walked by me, and then walked back and was like, "Oh, I thought that was a girl standing there," and I was like, "You were right." Um, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, there was I think some of those people saw me from behind and thought I was. I mean, assumed I was a girl, and I think some of those people, might have been like tranny fetish types who, my therapist encouraged me not to be negative about that, and that's the right stance. I mean, everybody's got a type, but it kind of creeps me out because I don't feel like. I mean, I don't feel like my nature is an in between thing. I feel like my nature is, female. So, oh well, just gotta go through it. There's so much more to tell y'all, but I'm gonna stop it because I gotta go. All right, well, till next time. This video cheered me up. I thought I'd be like I thought I'd stick to the just like factual things that happened so that I would not reveal my little upset mood, but it turned out on it to flip on its head, and the facts kind of reminded me that things are going pretty good and I'm feeling good. So till next time. Bye. There's the stop button. Stop button.